The next step of of this project is to texture the wall, the environment, and there are two ways of texturing. The classical ways start from Maya, but here I'm gonna show some really express way, really easy way, okay, straightforward way for the new Maya users. Okay, so this will be from Photoshop. So you go online. I got a Walmart image, a piece of concrete, and the piece of brick wall. Okay, I'm gonna put them together in Photoshop file as one image. So I'll just go to File, Save As. Program is really slow. Save as a wall texture. Make sure it's a JPEG file. Okay, JPEG file, and save. And this file needs to be large and clear. Okay, very large and clear. So how big is my file? If you go to image in Photoshop, choose image size, you see that that's changed this to pixels, 1500 by 1500. Okay, resolution 300. Okay, so that's the size. It's pretty clear and nice. Okay, so now enough Photoshop. Move that away. Let's get back to Maya. So in Maya, if you want to texture this, the first thing you want to do is click on this little blue ball. This is called the Hypershade window. In this Hypershade, you want to create a texture wall. Okay, there are many things here. What you want to do is a lumber. Lumber is a matte material. It doesn't have the shininess. Of course, the wall should be matte. It doesn't have reflection. It's not a glass wall or steel wall, right? So we use lumber. And we also go down. You can see that there's a 2D texture section here. Okay, a little blue file. This thing. Okay, so click on that. So that's a file, and you drag this file. Middle click. Use middle finger on your mouse. Click on the middle button. Click and hold, and drag. Drop on top of a lumber tool on the ball. Not here. Okay, on top of the ball. Release, go to color, choose the color channel. So the ball now is decorated by this file, but the file is empty. So if you select the file, this part is called the property editor. Okay, if you click on after the image name, there's a little folder here. If you click on that, that will bring you to my source image folder. I mean, I have a Maya project. I don't want to bother with you to build that project now. If you're a new user, you can just store everything on your desktop. If you just click on this, you can navigate to your desktop. Okay, or here. I think the desktop is here. Okay, so I'm gonna select the wall texture JPEG. Okay, and open. Are you good? Now I'm gonna move this aside and select the wall, select the gate. Okay, move my mouse back to the lumber, back to this. Right click, assign material to viewport selection. Right click and hold until you see all these options and do assign material to viewport selection. All right. Now this this gate should be decorated, but you're not seeing anything. Because if you go to shading, you haven't turned on hardware texturing yet. If you turn it on, you can see, wow, everything's here. Okay, but it's all distorted. It's back. So the next thing we want to do is start to make everything in the right place, look the right way. All right. So what we want to do is go to Window. Okay. Rendering editor. Modeling editor. I'm sorry. Modeling editor right here. Okay. UV editor. Okay. UV editor. So that's your UV editor. I'm gonna make this a little larger. You can zoom in. If you want to zoom in, use your left hand, press on the Option key, and press on the right button of your mouse. You zoom in or zoom out. Okay, and you can move by pressing on the middle button. So that's the file. So you got this. And for this part, the front wall, you know, what I like to do is right click and choose face, select all this face. I want this part to be the Walmart sign. Okay, select all this face, this part. Go to UV, do a planar mapping, planar. Okay, click on it. I'm gonna move this aside. Once you're done with the planar mapping, you see that things are not getting better. That's because you need to do this. Go to your channel box. Okay, this is a channel box. You see the projection width and height. Make everything the same number. I type 1 and hit return. So both are 1. Okay, both are 1. And you can see that it become a little square, a perfect little square. But still, the image is not good. So you see, at the left corner of this square, there is a T shape, right? So if you click on that, it activates this circle. So click on the big circle. You can see there are 3 different circles inside the circle. So I'm just gonna rotate the green circle until this projection plane, I mean what we call this project, is facing the wall and projecting. Okay, it's parallel. See, this is pretty good. It doesn't have to be completely perfect, but this is, I think, good enough. Okay. Or you can type here, let's rotate Y, that's 179. If you want to do 180, that's what it is. Okay. Wow, the image is very, clear now. It's just too big. What we want to do now is make it small enough to fit the Walmart sign. And you can grab this, okay? You can grab this and then make it smaller. Or another way is, if you do right click, choose UV shell, okay? Right click, choose UV shell. Select this shell and press R as a scale tool, okay? Then you can scale the whole thing down. Try not to distort it. Try not to do this. It's gonna distort the UV. Just grab this, scale to the square right in the middle. So make it small enough. And it needs to be a lot smaller. Can you see the change here? All right. Yeah, you can see the change here. Yeah. I think it can be even smaller. That's perfect. That's pretty perfect. But you see that the image is reversed, and that's okay. What you can do is, see, this is reversed. With that piece selected, if you go to modify, do a flip, click on the flip. Okay. Now you got the perfect Walmart sign right here. Okay, right in the front. After this, see this wall is the same way. Okay, right click, choose face. Okay, choose face. You wanna select all this face because they all facing the same way. Okay, all facing front. So you just shift select all of them, or you can use this selection tool. Here is a pen selection tool. Okay, you can start selecting, pen to select. But this tool, I'm not seeing the brush, so use your left hand, press on the B key, and make the brush larger or smaller. Can you see that circle? That's the brush. I think this is a pretty good size. So I'm gonna use this brush to pen select. Okay, to pen select. All right. So I can also even select the back. You see what I mean? Because they're all facing the same way, including all this. All right, including all this. I want them to be all break texture. So select all of them, all the face that face in the same direction. See, I'm not selecting this side face because it's facing this direction. I can select this or this, okay? Because they are the same direction. So after that, go do the same thing. I'm gonna move this aside. Select UV, planar mapping, planar, okay? Planar. After doing the planar, go to channel box, change the width and height. I use 1 for the top portion. Yeah, I think I'll just keep using 1. So hit return key, and you see that little handle there? Click on that handle, click on the big blue circle, and turn it until this little projection plane is really facing the wall. Okay, this is kind of a perfect. You can see that the number here is minus 0.5. I mean, it's close enough. Okay, or you can type 0 if you want. Okay, but this is really close enough. And what I'm gonna do now is go back to my UV editor. Okay, and press W key. Okay, and right click and choose UV shell. UV shell. So I'm gonna, like say, select this piece. Okay, and press R to make it look like smaller. I think this might be the back of the store. I'll do the back a little later, okay? But I can just over here, over there. I'll do the front first. So that piece, you can move it out. You can see that part. I like that part to be concrete, okay? Concrete. So press R to make this small enough, like say maybe that big. And move this piece on top of this piece of concrete. Can you see that? See, this become concrete. And that piece, you can just click on this. Okay, if you right click and do UV shell, if you just select from this piece. You see that piece is in the UV texture editor is this piece. Okay, so I'm gonna press R here to make this small enough. This should be concrete too. I'll move it here. I'll try to make some difference. You don't want the two pieces look exactly the same. Okay. If you zoom in, you can see that. See, if you move this piece, that piece is moving. Okay, that piece is moving. Poor Walmart, it's all cracked. That looks good, and you can select this piece. And this, where is this piece? This piece is here. Okay, so move that here. Move to the break part. I want this part